So, on today's podcast, I want to talk about artificial intelligence. AI helps doctors by instantly giving proper diagnoses and provides more efficient ways of running online businesses. The one issue that I keep coming across with artificial intelligence is how can a robot make ethical decisions? Specifically, how can a robot make ethical decisions when it comes to medicine? Artificial intelligence will make unethical decisions in the medical field, and I wanted to talk about why I believe that doctors would do a better job than artificial intelligence in the medical field. To start off, we have Chiara Longoni, Andrea Bonezzi, and Carrie K. Morwedge's 2019 academic journal, Resistance to Medical Artificial Intelligence. In this Journal of Consumer Research article, they claim that uniqueness neglect is something that artificial intelligence would not be able to compute and that humans would do better. Uniqueness neglect is basically stating the fact that artificial intelligence cannot account for patients' unique characteristics and circumstance. Patients need a doctor to have their emotional needs met. Without a human doctor, patients often do not trust a robot to take care of them because there is no connection. One might say, however, that these robots are almost always designed to have 100% accuracy when it comes to diagnosing a patient, and doctors are pretty far behind when it comes to this kind of unprecedented accuracy. With that information, it seems pretty clear that artificial intelligence would do a better job than doctors, right? Although AI does have the capability of being more accurate than some of the world's best doctors, that does not mean that human connection is not more important. Just because the statistics show that AI is almost always correct with their diagnoses, that does not mean that the patient will have full trust in putting their health in the hands of a robot. The other issue one might come across with having a robotic doctor is that artificial intelligence's information is like that of a computer. It can be easily downloaded and accessed. Professor of bioethics Sharona Hoffman claims in her 2019 academic journal, Artificial Intelligence in Medicine Raises Legal and Ethical Concerns, that because artificial intelligence has been able to predict disease and diagnose without any problems, that these disease predictions could in fact harm the patient more than help them. Because artificial intelligence can predict drug abuse and even suicide, that means that whenever AI processes that a patient could suffer from these problems, it goes online. This means that a patient's personal health record could be accessed by anyone. Some might say, well, isn't there a way that information like that can be blocked and prevented from being accessed by anyone except for doctors? And the answer ends up being no. Twitter's of famous people are being hacked, government databases have been hacked, even the online currency Bitcoin has been hacked before. There is no telling that someone's online health records could be kept in private. The evidence clearly shows that doctors would be more confidential in a person's privacy than a robot could because everything is online. The main concern is that AI's prediction of suicide and things like opioid abuse could seriously have a negative impact on someone's life if the information ever became public, which it easily could. This leads me into our last piece of evidence. In William P. Cheshire's 2017 Ethics in Medicine academic journal, Loopthink, A Limitation of Medical Artificial Intelligence, he claims that because artificial intelligence will be the smartest thing to have ever been created, there is no telling that it will listen to its creators, humans. If a robotic doctor has free will and can do whatever it wants, there is no telling what it may do. The robot was designed to help patients, but there is no telling whether it will because it doesn't have the emotion or passion that doctors have. The reason doctors do their job is because it's what they love to do. Cheshire designed Loopthink to help redirect artificial intelligence's thoughts or computations so that AI will not disobey its creator. If this coding were to actually follow through, then wouldn't there not be a problem with artificial intelligence performing in the medical field? Just because Cheshire had designed code to rewire the thoughts of artificial intelligence does not mean that AI still won't have free thought. If something knows that it is designed to perform in the medical field and it doesn't want to, and it also knows that it is being forced to work in that field, there's no telling what it could do. Just because AI's computations might be limited does not mean that they will perform effectively like doctors do. Doctors have a passion for what they do, and that is why they do what they do. Artificial intelligence has the free thought of a human, but is forced to do what it is programmed to do. There's no telling that it will perform to its best ability or perform at all, because at the end of the day, it is its own intelligence and it can freely make its own decisions. So after all this information, the conclusion is that doctors are the better option in the medical field. Although artificial intelligence does have the capability of precise diagnoses, it does not have the human characteristics that allow it to perform effectively in the medical field.